Greetings. What business have you?
I'm here about the mine.
Excellent. So what did you find out?
It's been plundered and wrecked, but everything can be fixed. It'll be quite a job, but at least it won't have to be rebuilt from scratch.
That's a weight off my mind. And did you see anyone there? Thieves or suspicious types?
Nemoy and his gang were stealing silver there.
The vermin. I thought as much. Did you bring him here?
I tried to, but he was having none of it. He didn't want to burn, so he tried to kill me.
Well, I'm glad he didn't succeed. But now I won't be able to find out anything. Oh well, can't be helped, I suppose.
About my reward for the investigation.
Yes, of course. Actually, I don't believe any reward was mentioned. On the other hand, you surveyed everything as I asked, and that deserves a groschen or two.
It's been a pleasure.
Good. There you go, then.
A nice little sum. Thank you.
Enjoy it in good health. Goodbye.
Greetings, Henry. I hear you won the rat-eye tourney. Well done, lad.
See you later.
Henry!
Hey, Jakey, can you tell me something about yourself?
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zool?
Zool? Huh. I'd rather keep that to myself. But since you're the only one who's interested in my opinion, I'll tell you. I reckon Radzig's making a big mistake. I might not be grown up yet, but I've walked in these shoes long enough to know that asking a mercenary to do something for nothing is stupid.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Never mind. It's just a feeling I have. If Kuno heard me talking about it, he'd tan my hide.
All right, we'll drop it then.
Come here. I want to ask you something.
What's it about, Stefan?
Ah, Henry. The very man I wanted to see. I heard you got the ring from Dangler and gave it to the stone.
Maybe.
Let's not beat around the bush. I could use your help too. I think the stone has had the ring long enough, if you get what I'm saying.
I'll help you. I've got nothing else to do anyway.
I want to steal the ring from the stone while he's asleep. But that fella sleeps with one eye open. He needs a little help with sleeping soundly. And I've got a feeling you're the kind of man who knows how to arrange that kind of thing.
Sure. I'll bring you some sleeping potion.
Great. I knew I could count on you. And if you happen to come across that ring, all the better.
Stefan, can you tell me something about yourself?
What is it you want to know, youngster?
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zool?
I'd say you and Sir Radzig are very fortunate to have Kuno on the job. He's a master at handling such matters.
Is he? Why's that?
Dealing with bastards like Hagen Zool demands both courage and sharp wit. Not a commonplace combination, but Kuno has both in abundance.
Tell me something about yourself.
What do you want to know?
How did you and Jan end up with Kuno?
Me and my brother been riding with coinmen since we was little. This was just another mercenary band for us. But Kuno seemed like a decent kind of fellow who'd treat us fair.
Your brother was saying you rode before with some Kalini fella.
He did he? Did he tell you why we finished with him?
Yeah, he said you missed Bohemia.
Ha ha! Miss Bohemia! That's good! Ha ha ha! But it ain't far from the truth. Jan missed any place where he wouldn't have a band of furious Italians looking to skin him alive.
Ah. He did something to anger them.
Oh, aye. While Collini was away, he broke into the trunk where the coin was kept. Took it all and wagered it with a fellow who claimed his bear knew how to dance. And lost it all.
What? The bear really did dance?
Aye. The costliest Chardash we ever watched. We had to get the fuck out of there before Collini came back and had the two of us dancing. On the end of a rope.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zool?
Well, I'm worried Kuno is underestimating Hagen. I was at the siege of Lansenbach with the both of them, so I know a thing or two about it. Hagen's got all these noble airs and graces. These knights that talk of honor and glory. Kuno reckons they're like lost lambs on the battlefield, and he's usually right. But that Hagen ain't no lamb. He's a cold-blooded killer, by all accounts.
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family lost its wealth. How did that happen?
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. especially when your father's a fool, and your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickval Castle, but that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynitz, and my father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynitz.
Well, nobles can be very devout sometimes.
Not my old man. He cursed like a tanner's hand. More than once, he threatened to take a whip to our parish priest. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window. I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter.
Christ. That sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. Poor lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. Then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near a Kovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too.
That's pretty harsh.
You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand to something, you'll never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
Can you tell me something about yourself, Jan?
Why not? I haven't been to confession for a while.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
That's a very tricky matter, I can tell you. Them Zuls are well known among us mercenaries. Hagen and his 2 brothers fought in the Margraviate Wars. That's quite a feather to have in your cap. But on the other hand, they've got their weaknesses.
Like what?
They still like to think of themselves as high and mighty lords. Kuno got over that, thank Christ. And he treats us all like equals.
You think Hagen's men have no great love for it?
Well, I'd say they're running before his whip more than following his flag, if you understand me.
Aye. I see what you're getting at.
Some of them might be tempted to go crushing heads. Maybe that will settle Leonard's yearning for Brandenburg.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
What do you want to know?
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Hagen Zul? Who's that?
That robber baron who's been pillaging Sir Radzig's estate. Didn't Kuno tell you?
He did. But then he says a lot of things. Zul, Radzig, Sokol and Hinek of Kravan, Wenceslas, Sigismund. It all goes in one ear and out the other. What do I care? Ride somewhere, kill some fellas, have a drink, and go to sleep. If you're lucky, it won't rain while you're at it. That's all.
God watch over you, good night, especially in these dark times. Can I do something for you? Goodbye.
I've got that potion for you. A few drops in the stone's drink and he'll sleep like a baby.
I hope not. Babies have a tendency to shit themselves and wake up screaming.
Care to try your hand at dice?
May the best man win.
Not afraid of anything, eh? Not afraid of anything, eh? If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going is good. If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going is good.
That's it. This'll be the one. That's all. Damn!
I'd been to see Sir Radzig.
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about it.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zul's plundering my estates either. If I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north, and then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here. What do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll reach Ujit soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man of the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet. Listen.
For the love of God, help!
Please, please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, You've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah, let them get well soaked, and then go and chop them up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
Ah, I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry. But it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
You promised Sir Radzig you protect his fiefdom, and that means his subjects too.
Come on, it's not like their lives are in any real danger. Hagen's men just want a bit of fun.
A bit of fun? Are you fucking serious? You know very well, Kuno, how innocent girls can end up after a bit of fun with animals like that. Well, I, for one, am not going to sit back and let it happen, even if I have to creep in there myself and try to rescue them.
Oh, all right. It's not the smartest thing to do. But let's go and tackle those fuckers if that's how you want it.
Good. Thanks.
Right. We better try and save those girls from Hagen's brutes.
Their back covered. My right arm is stiff as possible.
Who are you?
Cover that side for me.
Someone at the wrist dangler.
And best to take off your gauntlet first, so as not to do yourself an injury.
Still, it's always good to have your helmet well polished before battle.
Thanks for the invaluable advice, brothers.
I'll watch your right side then, yeah?
Thanks, Nicky.
What's up, brother? Heart in your mouth. It's a sign from God, Pepper. A foretaste of what we'll do with the liquid loot we take from the foe.
I wanted to charge them with a terrifying roar. There'll be no more wine flowing here. Now it's your blood that will stain the ground.
They'll be shitting the...
I'll give you a chance to show what you're made of.
You want to have a scrap with me?
Scrap? That's putting it in vulgar terms. I want to challenge you to an honourable bout of combat. You've nothing better to do right now anyway.
All right, but let's make it a bit more interesting.
You're a man after my own heart. Tell you what, let's make it a lot more interesting.
Well, a wager like that will bring a bit of excitement into it at least.
You're very sure of yourself, ain't you? Well, you're not the only one. So let's do it. Here. God damn. Fucking come on then.
Hey, Henry. Fancy throwing some dice? Maybe they poisoned your well. That one over by St. Bartholomew. We used to sit there every day.
Up for a game?
Always. I've got some nice little items to wager. What do you say?
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine embroidered hat. The shield's got the Rickfald crest, a nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battering. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece. And then there's this noble hat. It's not a lot of use on the battlefield, but if you want to look elegant around town, it'll certainly make a big impression on folk. And the girls will be fainting at your feet.
I could use that jupon.
All right, but what will you wager? You'll have to make it worth my while. After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. Let's play. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again!
Come and join us. Don't mind. You can always have some milk. There used to be this charlatan in college. Lived in a house on the road to Brent. He claimed he could read people's minds. Then this other charlatan came around and settled on the other side of the river. And he said he could read minds too. See, because the other fella.
That's all. This'll be the one. That's it.
won't hear much. Eavesdropping from over there. Sit with us.
Great.
About time it went my way.
I hope no one expects me to tell some entertaining anecdote from my travels. All right, Damien. Take it easy.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Like that time in my helmet. Remember how you let on you didn't see that tavern wench? Lovely black hair she had. The raven's... Don't see that often. Probably a gypsy. She even talks to you. Scared of the table. Didn't say a word. Quiet as the grave. I wonder what her name was.
This'll be the one. No point in pushing. Curva! Why the hell did I even start playing?
How about that game then? Have you still got those nice things you'd like to wager?
I do indeed. What takes your fancy?
I like the sound of that shield. I'll play you for that.
All right, but what will you wager? You'll have to make it worth my while. After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. Let's play.
I mean it. You hardly ever even talk to me. Ever.
May the best man win. That'll do me. Shit!
How about that game then? Have you still got those nice things you'd like to wager?
I do indeed. What takes your fancy?
From the sounds of it, with a hat like that, I could rule the world. I'll play you for it.
All right, but what will you wager? After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. Let's play. You're a brave soul taking me on. I'm not used to losing.
Come and join us. Don't want wine. You can always have some milk. Did I tell you about how St. Clair...
This'll be the one. That's it.
I figured maybe she liked sweet, seeing as how she didn't eat meat. But who knows? But when I went to execution...
No luck tonight.
Like that time when they executed that timber raptor who was murdering people all around there on May. They hanged? Nah. The Jews in Collins are well off. Too well off. There's no need.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
Maybe they poisoned your well. That one other bastard by politics. Every day. I've noticed the water stank anyway. The whole fucking hell stinks. Especially
Your turn. Come on, it's time I had a throw.
Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I didn't.
They're not listening anyway.
Shit!
They left us some damn good booze here. And as my old man used to say, the fire of battle must be quenched. Of course, the only battle he was ever in was with Ma. But still, it fits. Anyway, I hope you'll drink with us.
Sure. Why look a gift horse in the mouth?
My words exactly. Me and the lads were just saying how we know nothing about you. Most of the folk around here have hardly been further than the village market. But you must have seen a thing or two.
Have you heard of Sir Hans Capon?
I heard his name mentioned in Colleen, in connection with some wench, as I recall. A young dandy, eh?
Yeah, that's him. He's going to inherit Rat-Eye once he comes of age. I run some errands for him now and again. Well, once we were at the baths together, and his lordship wanted to seduce one of the bath maids.
Naturally, that's what the baths are for, among other things.
Yeah, but with Sir Hans, nothing is ever straightforward. First, I had to play strip dice.
That's good. Did you win?
I did, but I had to strip myself anyway to get into the tub. Only no sooner had I done so than his lordship demanded wine from the castle cellars, which is a long fucking way from there.
I reckon you're a man who can't resist a challenge.
If I'd been sober. I went all the way there and back in my undergarments, and no sooner was I back than he sent me to pick flowers for the girl from the castle gardens.
It's starting to sound like a fairy tale with 3 wishes.
Well, actually, he probably did have a third wish, but he didn't get a chance to say it.
How's that?
Well, I got back only to find the girl's sweetheart, some guard called Arson Balls, well, that's what Sir Hans called him, trying to drown him in the bath.
Drown a nobleman over a wench. That's balls, all right.
Well, Sir Hans was naked and drunk, so he didn't look very noble. Anyway, I tackled this fella and saved Sir Hans from him. It could have all got out of hand, but it ended with only a few bruises. Sir Hans never got his way with the girl, though.
All that trouble for nothing. Tell us another.
I was trying to track down these bandits who raided the Neuhof stud farm, and the trail led to Ujitz. I made the acquaintance of the parish priest there.
Oh, I've heard some stories about him. Apparently he's quite a character.
That's putting it mildly. But he does keep his word, and he sure knows how to drink.
A typical man of the cloth, eh?
I don't know about other priests, but Godwin can booze like a master. So we ended up in the local tavern. What can I tell you? Wine, women, and song, you know how it goes. Well, we lost track of time a little, and then the bailiff came barging in and tells us it's past curfew and we're to clear out.
Was he on his own?
No, he had some men with him. I'm not sure how many. It's all a little blurry. Anyway, we explained to him politely that we had no intention of ending our enjoyment. So, after a bit of discussion with the bailiff, we carried on. Next morning, Godwin was as green as a frog and hardly able to walk. And then he realised he had to say mass.
That's a show I'd like to see.
Well, he couldn't do it. So he got me to preach the sermon.
You? Preaching? You're joking.
Well, I did my best. Of course, I wasn't in great shape myself, so I'm not sure what the flock made of it.
My word, you're a dark horse. Tell us another.
I've got a good one about something that happened in Skalitz.
I'm not sure Skalitz is an entertaining topic.
No, wait, you'll enjoy this one. Well, we had a German as a neighbour, a furrier he was. And he was always blabbering on about how Sigismund was the best thing for this country and how Wenceslas wasn't worth a damn. Me and my mates got fed up with his horse shit. After all, he was insulting our king, and we weren't going to put up with that.
Regular patriots, eh?
And as it happened, this Deutsch had just whitewashed his house. Lovely and white, pure as the driven snow. And next to it was a big pile of fresh manure.
Ah, I think I see where this is going.
Wait, though. His wife was at home, you see. So I went to her and said, "Good wife, sorry to bother you, but your husband is in the tavern insulting the king." And she says, "Oh, God above, the fool is drunk and spouting nonsense again." So she jumps up and off she goes to give him an ear bashing, leaving the coast clear for our operations.
I can just imagine it.
Yeah, you should have seen it. How those shit pies stood out so prettily against that pure white background. And then the Deutsch's son turned up with his mates. Naturally, there was a bit of a brawl. And then the catchpole turned up and we had to beat a tactical retreat.
Quite the general, aren't you? A nice story, but let's just drink.
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
What are you doing? Are you poaching here?
What the hell are you on about? I just found it, is all.
You were cutting it up right here on the road.
What of it? Corpse doesn't need possessions.
It'll be easier for you if you confess.
All right, then. I did it. I needed food. The Cumans burned us out. The brigands took everything. Everything! You don't have to tell anyone, you know? And you won't regret it.
No need for that, I understand. Go, quick. Get out of here and don't come back.
God be with you.
I want to build something.
Certainly, Master Bailiff. What's it to be?
Let's start repairing the church.
Right. That should do it. We've got everything we need to start building. Come with me.
We're going to build here?
Indeed. Can we begin?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. All good. We can start construction.
I want to build something.
Certainly, Master Bailiff. What's it to be?
I'd like to extend my rat house.
Very well. Come along with me. Once we're there, I'll oversee the building, so they don't botch anything.
We're going to build here?
Indeed. Can we begin?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. We've still got the means. We'll get stuck in then.
I want to build something.
Certainly, Master Bailiff. What's it to be?
Let's finish fixing up the church.
Right. That should do it. We've got everything we need to start building. Come with me.
We're going to build here?
Yes. Shall we get started?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. We've got what we need. Let's get to work.
want to build something.
Certainly, Master Bailiff.
It's time the church had a new altar. It's not the house of God without one.
Right. That should do it. We've got everything we need to start building. Come with me.
We're going to build here?
Yes. Shall we get started?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. All good. We can start construction.